Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we are having our little coffee with the Chazzy. So, had a lot of messages and people reaching out about Chaz, this Kansas NASCAR race. Did you see the crowd? There's posts about it, news stories and everything like that. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it was pretty low. I mean, the stands are half full. I mean, I've been seeing half full all year, but the Kansas grandstands aren't as big as a Talladega or these other tracks. So, half full at Kansas is about the same size or less than some of our big premier dirt racing events at Knoxville or Eldora. And unfortunately in NASCAR, from what I've been seeing, they go green 2 to 5 laps after that green flag. The drivers get in a line or in the positions they're running on the racetrack, and then that's it. Everyone's pretty much riding around. You may have 1 or 2 positions change. Maybe a guy like Denny Hamlin yesterday, has a issue where he has to go to the back, so you have a really superior race car with a really good driver maybe making his way through the field, maybe. And then you're basically, after 2 to 5 laps, you're sitting there waiting, whether you're at home or at the racetrack, you're sitting there waiting for this stage to happen so that there's a caution and everybody can bunch back up to watch another 2 to 5 laps of action. Or you're basically waiting. I'm not saying hoping. I feel like they are hoping. You're waiting for someone to blow a tire, or you're waiting for somebody to hit the wall or spin out or something so that you can bunch the field back up to watch the 2 to 5 laps of an actual race occur. And coming from a person who's a race fan, that is not entertaining. Coming from somebody who knows the drivers on the track, knows the teams, knows the situation at hand, that's not entertaining. That's boring. Now, this is basically what I have witnessed the last 3 weeks, and most of the time this is the case unless you're at a draft track, and the only reason the draft track racing is a little bit more pay attention to attitude is because they're packed up 3 wide in a line, and you're waiting for somebody to make a mistake and wreck and take out 10 cars instead of 1 or 2 or 3, so that then you can bunch it up again and go back to, what I'm describing here. So this is a big issue. This is a big problem because I'm coming from the racing world. I know what racing entertainment is on the dirt tracks. You got 900 horsepower race cars, whether that's the super late models or the sprint cars, and they're slamming, jamming back and forth like I described, going to the hole, shooting threes. The show is the entertainment package in the dirt track world. And then I go over to what y'all are showing people that racing is. Y'all are the billboard for the sport of motorsports in America. And this is what y'all are showing them. This is the product. So I don't really think it's marketing. I don't really think it's all these things of trying to reach people. It's that when people show up, spend their money, and take off time to come and watch an entertainment, a show, a race, they ain't getting much in return on that investment. That is entertaining. There are so many other things in the world to do that is better than that. Oh, you're almost like F1 now as far as entertainment, because that's what F1 is. I mean, even though they got the Kim Kardashian effect, we're in a materialistic society, so everybody loves how much money they make and their glamour. They start a race half lap in, or, and they got 2-minute laps sometimes, half lap in, however they've lined up at that point is how that field goes. And then, maybe 1 or 2 cars make a pass, but that's about what y'all got. Now, I think this new car is a big issue. I think, honestly, if there was one solution that I've seen that is killing y'all's product as far as racing on the track, there used to be this thing in NASCAR called momentum. These new cars really don't have that understanding. You see, on a dirt track, you got 900 horsepower. The surface is slick, tacky, grip areas, different things, variables to where, you can make momentum up or lose momentum, hitting a cushion and gaining and getting runs and slicing and dicing. That's what's enjoyable, right, in these forms of motorsports. NASCAR, you had that, and this new car ruined that. Because traditionally, a NASCAR vehicle, it's all about getting in the corner, getting to the throttle, rolling the center, containing the car under itself, and also producing momentum throughout the center of the corner down the back straightaway. And if you produce more momentum through that action throughout the corner than the guy in front of you, you get a run on him and you pass him. Yeah, it takes a little longer than a dirt car, but that's how passing traditionally works on asphalt oval racing. Now, the problem is this new car, y'all are fucking shifting at Texas. I mean, the car has already got the independent independent suspension. It's got the wider tires, and now you're shifting. So, for instance, this is why tire wear doesn't play a factor. 2 tires can work just as much as 4, because when you can shift the cars down and maintain RPM, you save your momentum brakes. If a dumbass who can't drive the car better than the guy behind him goes in the corner and makes a little bit of a mistake, in a traditional sense, when you can't downshift to save your ass, you just killed all your momentum because you messed up. And the guy behind you, if he doesn't, he gets in the gas quicker, he gets the run on you, and he makes the pass into the next corner. He can make up ground. He can induce a closing rate effect. But with the shifting, the guy who goes in there, makes a mistake, he just downshifts. It grabs the car, maintains his line on the track, and pulls the momentum out. So the number one problem, and this is why when the tires go away, they're able to maintain positions better, even in that sense, because they're able to downshift and not lose momentum around the entire circumference of the track. When it is quintessential for when a NASCAR Cup car goes into that corner and doesn't do XYZ correct, he has to basically lose that momentum for the guy behind him who does them right to catch him. And this downshifting thing is killing y'all. The tires wearing out, it's saving them. All these things is saving them. The cars already are too locked down, and now you can downshift to get out of your mistakes as well. Get rid of the downshifting. I know they used to have shifting rules at Pocono, put in certain gears to keep guys from downshifting at Pocono because it would ruin what I'm talking about now. Where are those guys instituting the rules? Because you could talk about you're not marketing well enough and XYZ well enough. No, your race just fucking sucks right now. And I don't know how much of that is on the fault of the drivers or the marketing teams or the teams or Michael Jordan or Bubba Wallace or any of them. I don't think that's on any of them, their faults. I think that's just this new car. And if I was to suggest anything, it's the downshifting. Now, obviously, at road courses, you got to do it. Martinsville, maybe. But all these traditional races with the traditional cars, if they weren't downshifting at some of these facilities like Texas, other tracks, I think that's where you should go for first, because you gotta make it to where guys can get runs on other guys. And as long as people can save their inability to drive by downshifting, it's going to continue to be a little boring. That's the only suggestion I could have. I don't know if that's going to fix your product overall. I'm a dirt track guy. Our product is great. We're gaining momentum. We're gaining traction organically just by word of mouth streaming. Our races are extremely entertaining, and we're gaining y'all's fall off. And new people are liking our events and stuff because they're like, wow, they see a dirt race and they're like, wow, what's that? This is entertainment. But I do think it's important that y'all, as a billboard of the sport, do well. And y'all are questioning a lot of the things that are happening right now. And I'll tell you what, Kyle can only do so much to get y'all some attention. Y'all got to do something. Y'all got to do something, because it's bad. It's bad. There are so many other things to do on a Sunday than invest that amount of money it takes to go to y'all's events and watch that shit go around the track.